The Eastern Caribbean becomes the first currency union to issue blockchain-based digital currency. This is a real interesting article that came out in Euronews.next. It was talking about basically that the Eastern Caribbean has created its own form of digital currency meant to help speed transactions and serve people without bank accounts. The Eastern Caribbean Central Bank said its D-Cash is the first such blockchain-based currency introduced by any of the world's currency unions, though some individual nations have similar existing systems. Also, folks, if you are interested in legally getting your income taxes to zero, how to get a second passport, as quick as 45 days, do three things. Hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen right here, and you get new videos as they come out automatically. And don't forget to hit the notification bell next to that subscribe button. And I would like to hear from you if you got a question or comment. Just put it below. And number three is go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. We deal with over 100 different countries in citizenship by investment and residency by investment all over the world. So if you want to get your taxes down low, folks, we can help you do that. All right, now let's look at some of these facts that came out on this wave of digital currencies being formed all across the world is really speeding up. And now we've got it in the Caribbean. So it became available actually Wednesday, March the 31st, in a long pilot program in 4 island nations. And they were St. Lucia, Grenada, Antigua and Barbuda, and St. Kitts and Nevis. Now, D-Cash, that's D as in dog, D-Cash was created by Barbados-based fintech company BIT in partnership with the central bank. Unlike cryptocurrencies, it is issued by an official central bank and has a fixed value tied to the existing Eastern Caribbean dollar used across much of the region. And by the way, too, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank is actually located in St. Kitts for the whole Caribbean, and it represents all the other Eastern Caribbean Union countries also. Now, they went on to say here that it is a milestone in the history of monetary instruments, said BIT CEO Brian Pocalka during a press conference broadcasting online. The system allows users, even without bank accounts, but with a smartphone, to use the downloaded app and make payments by way of a QR code. Those without bank accounts would go to a previously approved agent or non-banking financial institution who would verify a person's information and then approve a D-Cash wallet. Now, that person would then go to a supermarket or other store and give the cashier physical cash, which would then be deposited as digital currency in their wallet. BIT spokesman Chris Burnett told the Associated Press. Now, in addition, there are limits on the amount of money people can actually send by way of D-Cash. There are no plans for now of integrating credit cards, and interest does not apply to the digital currency. Now, what are the cryptocurrencies and how to use them? Now, these are some of the things that that's really spreading across the world. These governments are wanting to know how to actually institute these now with their government. I think it's becoming a lot more positive now that people are wanting to get out of the fiat currencies, and the governments are beginning to see this. But some of the things that are coming up is the fears of financing terrorism and fraud. You know, they're always going to come out with this. While many of the Eastern Caribbean cheered the historic move, some experts worry that the digital currency issued by smaller countries could end up being used as a conduit for illicit activities, including terrorism financing and money laundering, said Eswar Prasad, a trade policy professor at Cornell University. Now, skepticism is waning as more central banks get into the act, and as central banks around the world face the inevitability of the declining use of physical cash, Prasad said. He noted that Bahamas last year became the first country to roll out its digital currency nationwide, and that the Marshall Islands is considering its own cryptocurrency for smaller countries. There is more at stake, in part because many people remain unbanked, he said. Now, that's why he stated here, I think that small countries are being more aggressive about this simply because they need to, Prasad added. Officials said that the digital currency will be available in Anguilla, Dominica, Montserrat, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines, which form part of the 8 island economies under the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, by September at the latest. Now, the project aims to see a 50% reduction in the use of physical cash by the year 2025, said Sharman Powell, chairperson of the bank's FinTech Working Group. Safer, faster, and cheaper, Powell stated, and Central Bank Governor Timothy N.J. Antoine said he envisions farmers, fishermen, small business owners, single mothers, and people without bank accounts, among others, using the digital currency. Now, payments are still too slow and too expensive, Antoine said of the current system. We heard you, and now we're going to deliver. Antoine said in a harder to steal digital cash, he says it's harder to steal digital cash, and said it's a safe way to make payments while avoiding contact during the pandemic. Now, the Caribbean is ahead of other countries, believe it or not. This is the funny thing about this. What you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of smaller countries gravitate to this quicker than the bigger countries. This is what you saw in El Salvador. You're going to see it in other places too. I mean, Bahamas. Now they've got this in the Eastern Caribbean states in the Caribbean. But the Caribbean is ahead of other countries. One Eastern Caribbean dollar is equivalent to 31 cents euro. All Eastern Caribbean notes feature Britain's Queen Elizabeth II, who is the current head of the Commonwealth. Now, the project comes more than 2 months after the European Central Bank, the Bank of Japan, the Bank of Canada, the Bank of England, the Swedish Riksbank, and the Swiss National Bank created a group to study whether they should issue digital currencies. Now, the Swedish Central Bank already has commissioned a pilot program. Meanwhile, China rolled out its own digital currency in 4 cities in April 2020. It's part of a pilot program that has since expanded to more than 24 cities. However, Lee Raniers, a fintech law and policy professor at Duke University, said it remains to be seen whether central bank digital currency is the future. He went on to say that I approach it with a sense of skepticism because this technology has been around for over 10 years now, but has not taken off as a broad spectrum medium exchange, he said. I disagree with him. I think it's really grown like crazy. I don't know of anything that's growing as quick as this. It's just taken a while. But the governments now are actually, they're getting involved with the Act too. And I think you're going to see this really expand a lot over the next 5 to 10 years. Anyway, if you're interested in legally getting your income taxes to zero or how to get a second passport as quick as 45 days, do 3 things. Hit the subscribe button on the right of your screen here and you'll get new videos as they come out automatically. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button or the notification bell next to the subscription button. And I would like to hear from you. If you got a question or comment, just put it below and I'll get with you. And also go to our website, www.citizenshipquickly.com. Hit the top bar that says apply with us, fill out the questions, hit that bottom bar that says send it to us. We'll get back with you. We deal with over 100 countries in citizenship by investment and residency by investment all over the world. And I'll look forward to talking to you on the next video. Take care.